how to make money through real estate investments in Dubai. Hi guys, my name is Fahd Dawood. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. I want to cover something that's been talked about a lot. A lot of people have their own opinion about this. I'm going to share a few points, maybe 3 or 4, on how to make money through real estate investments in Dubai. Look, I've been involved in real estate in Dubai, before that in Toronto, for almost 13 years now. I've been an investor myself, so I've pretty much seen all the models that work in Dubai and that don't work in Dubai. Some of the points I'm going to cover are super risky, and I'm not going to advise that you try them unless you've got a trusted advisor helping you. But you know what, let me put them out there. Choose and pick what works for you. And if you've got more questions, come back to me. Happy to help you. Number 1, everybody's favorite word: buy a distressed property and then sell it to make a profit. Look, buying a distressed property, as great as it sounds, so that you can flip it, that's the word used, the next day, the next week, or within a month, to make and bank 50,000, 100,000, 200,000 dirhams profit, sounds like a great story. However, it is a little difficult. I go into this point in much greater depth in one of my other videos on how to buy distressed properties. You'll find it on YouTube. But let me cover it very basically so you understand what a true distressed property is. I'll give you just an example and then you fill in the blanks later, yeah? Look, let's assume a property is worth 1 million dirhams. You will get a lot of agents approaching you and saying, this property is distressed, it's priced at 700,000 dirhams. Well, let me tell you something, some news. That's not a distressed price. I'll tell you why. I've been helping investors acquire distressed properties for a very long time. I know how the game works. In simple words, a distressed property has to be so heavily discounted so that after you put the closing costs on top, you should still be able to sell it into the market within a day, a week, or a month. What do I mean? So if a 1 million dirham property is available, it should be sold to you at 500,000 or 600,000 dirhams maximum. Why do I say this? Because let's say you buy the property at 500,000 or 600,000 and put on top 50,000 dirhams closing costs. You've just acquired a property for 650,000. That general market price is 1 million. But the way the market is right now, if this property was advertised in the market for 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, most likely offers would start coming in at 900,000 and the closing would happen at 850. But because you bought at 650, you're going to now turn around and not go to the market to sell it at 850. You're going to offer it quick and fast at 750, maybe even 800, and keep a 50,000 dirham negotiation margin. So you've made immediate money of, let's say, 50 to 100,000 dirhams. If you bought it for 800,000, there's a very slim chance that you'd be able to resell it. Number 2, under the distressed property category, I need you to understand, as an investor, you need to be involved in the game on a day-to-day basis for experienced agents who have truly distressed properties to call you. If you call an agent on one off chance and ask him for a distressed property, he's probably not going to remember you, because once that distressed property comes in, these don't get advertised, and he's going to be in such a hurry that he's going to call a few of his investors who are regularly in touch with him and doing regular deals, and he's going to probably flog that property to one of them. Number 2, and this is my personal favorite. Look, it's said, and I think there's some truth in this, slow and steady wins the race. Everybody knows the proverb, the race about where the tortoise and the hare ran, right? The tortoise at the end won. Why is this my favorite? Because you go to the market to buy value, collect rental income on a steady year-on-year basis, and then when the market is right, you can either resell or add on to your property. For me personally speaking, rental income is a beautiful way of getting money back on your investment, and your property, specifically in Dubai, can repay you, or you can have all the money back between 8 to 12 years, which is great in terms of comparison with anywhere else in the world. And this is my personal favorite. Slow and steady. Acquire one property at a time and enjoy the rental income. The third way where you can get a steady flow of investment coming to you, but you don't have to manage the property, is to invest in a hotel investment. Now you've got to be very careful to choose the right developer with a good track record of delivering on time, quality, and actually giving you those rental terms. Look, in simple terms, a hotel investment is where you buy a room, a hotel apartment, studio, 1, 2, 3 bedrooms. The hotel manages it for you, and then the revenue that's collected gets equally proportionally divided in everybody, all the owners, depending on how much square footage they own. For instance, there's a new opportunity in the market where the developers promising with a written guarantee in the sales and purchase agreement, where your money is going to come back to you within 12 years. So that, for instance, over a period of 12 years, the average return is going to be 8%. Now, why this is super cool and super nice is because you don't have to manage the property. Because when you're slow and steady growing your property portfolio, you have to actively still either manage the property yourself or hire a property management company like mine to manage it for you. With a hotel investment, you pretty much do nothing, just collect the checks in your bank account. Last but not the least, I call it the group investment model. I talk about this in my book. And finally, Dubai is catching up where they're allowing multiple people to own one single property. What that allows is a lot of people with shorter and smaller investment amounts can pool resources together to buy particular properties in different areas of Dubai. So for instance, you putting all your money in one property, what you end up doing is dividing that money and putting it into, let's say, 4 or 5 different properties across Dubai, so that you are you're hedging against the risk of rents and quality and price falls, but yet collecting the rent. And then in this model as well, somebody else manages the property for you. I'm not big guns on this model for now because the risks are still very apparent. However, it is taking off and it's worthy of keeping an eye out. So the 4 points that I discussed again: look out for distressed properties, but you gotta be in the game. And this is a very risky proposition. I generally caution against this. Number 2, investing in properties for steady flow of rental income. This is my personal favorite. If you read my book, this is the one that I favor the most because you become an intelligent real estate investor and deliver and derive long-term value. Number 3, look for fully managed properties, specifically hotel investments. There's one that's coming up with Falcon City. It's called Sam Vega. They're guaranteeing your money back in 12 years with an average return of 8% per year. For me, that's an amazing investment with a good, solid developer that's known to hold true to their word in Dubai. Last but not the least, the group investment model. It's worthy to take a look at this. It's kind of taking off in Dubai, but be alert and make sure that the people you're investing in know what they're doing and are worth their salt. Until next time, look forward to talking to you again.